Digital.
Hello, I'm Brock Davenport, and welcome to this evening's edition of PSU News. Tonight we'll be delving into a discussion that is becoming more and more talked about in America today. First, what is a whistleblower? For those of you who don't know what a whistleblower is, someone who reveals the information that is concealed or classified or something that goes against another. One of the most notable examples of whistleblowing in history was the incident of the Pentagon Papers. In 1971, military analyst Daniel Ellsberg released the Pentagon Papers, a secret Department of Defense study in the U.S. political and military involvement in Vietnam from 1945 to 1967, to Neil Sheehan, a reporter at the New York Times. Supreme Court because of the perceived national security breaches. However, they failed to prove how the exposure had hurt or could potentially hurt national security. It was not until June 2011 that the U.S. government made the full document available to the public.
Go.
Then in 2003, Catherine Gunn, a British government translator, leaked an email that provided a detailed explanation of the illegal activities that the United States and the United Kingdom were planning, such as the NSA requesting that British help to spy on UN diplomats to help their push to invade Iraq. Gunn was arrested and charged, but the case was eventually dropped a year later. Finally, many will remember the company known as WikiLeaks was in the spotlight for a few years for its multiple releases of government documents, such as the Baghdad airstrike video and the U.S. diplomatic cables. Bradley Manning was later arrested for the video and is suspected to be behind the cable leaks as well. Now we will turn to a whistleblower himself, an ex-employee of big business, to see what he has to say about the practice of whistleblowing. Thank you for joining us, James Raden.
Thanks for having me, Brock.
Most rewarding part of your career.
Well, it's interesting that you stated my career as a career whistleblower. It's the first time I've done this. But it's made such an impact that I guess it gives people the perception that I'm like a career whistleblower here. My only intentions were to improve the way things were and to help the people out. Maybe I can become a whistleblower and make a lot of money, and I need some right now, so that'd be cool.
Or a company problem that you wanted to fix?
It's a little bit of both, Brock. My people close to me and my family, they instilled to me a really high moral compass, and the things that I saw in the company just weren't up to those standards. I saw things that weren't right every single day in the company. People were being wrong, society was being wrong, and it kind of tied in with company problems as well. I wanted to improve the state of the company, and I believe that whistleblowing was going to do that for the company and for the people that we serve.
This is all very touching, but what about the financial gain?
Before I whistleblew, I knew that I wasn't going to get any financial gain off of this. Right now, I'm currently stuck in Russia. I miss America so much. I mean, I've lost money. I lost my job. So there is no financial gain from this. I'm not suing the government. I was only doing this to improve the government. Now the government hates me. So I'm kind of set back, if anything.
Coffee here, and it makes me feel just like home because I'm Mike Rosoft, CIO of a Fortune 500 company. But coffees aside, I'm here to talk about whistleblowers, and although whistleblowers feel that they're doing great things for themselves and they're helping the public and, you know, the thing, they've been in the news recently. Anyway, they really don't help companies, and although they're doing good things, they hurt us a lot. We have to spend a lot of money to try to fix mistakes that they make. We have lawsuits from the government, from people, and it just costs us more things. And then we have to raise our prices on products to make up for it because we have shareholders and stuff. But, you know, whatever. Didn't hear it from me. Anyway, although whistleblowers feel they're doing something good, we don't like it. And one of the things we don't like is when they tell other people. But in recent years, we've tried to make outlets for whistleblowers so they can tell us what's happening in-house. This is partly due to the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act of 2011. This act allowed anonymity for people to talk about what companies might be doing that are wrong. Not only do they go to the SEC and they can talk about their spiel and whatnot, they also get compensation. It's nothing new for compensation. People have been rewarding whistleblowers for a long time. But my point being, as a company, we don't want the SEC coming down our back. We don't want regulators knocking on our doors telling us that there's fraud in our systems. We'd rather have the employee come to us and say, well, I believe this person is running us out of money. Because personally, I kind of like money and I really don't want to see our company hurt. So, by having these in-house systems where employees can go and vent their concerns or try to tell us problems, we are eliminating the need for these can't even think of the word. I'm very sorry about this. But we're limiting the impact and risk of the effect of the SEC down our back. And that's why I believe it's important. And it's really important for whistleblowers to understand they can go to their company as long as they do it in-house, just not the SEC. Another change that we are seeing in business is the relationship. Me personally, I have a better relationship with IT professionals. It's part of my job description now. And I need to make sure that I'm working with the IT professionals and the leaders of those teams, and I can find out problems just the first bit. Our problems can be more than just our Patch Tuesday and Exploit Wednesday or whatever they're saying about my company now. But we really have to think about what it means to have better relationships so that when there's a problem, they can come talk to us and I'm down there and I can see problems firsthand and fix them before they get out of hand. It's just one of the many things that companies are doing. But again, although whistleblowers feel that they're doing something great, I do believe that they do hurt companies a lot. And I would appreciate it if people who want to become whistleblowers and want to talk about something that they feel is wrong, look for in-house systems instead of going to the SEC, and try to build better relationships with your leaders, because it's possible they will have better outlets for you. So, yeah, I guess thanks for the coffee. I'll catch you guys later.
Hi, my name is Robert Stamper, Chief Spokesperson for the NSA. I'd like to take a second to thank you for helping me to alleviate my hectic schedule and allowing me to do this from the comfort of my own home. I'm here to talk to you today about the changes the government has been making regarding whistleblowers. The reason we do this is because it takes attention off the government and instead puts the private companies in the limelight. One example of this would be the famous lawsuit against TAP Pharmaceutical Products, where the government, we spent 8 years working with Douglas Durand, an employee who was working there. We helped Douglas Durand uncover TAP's conspiring to overcharge the federal government's Medicare program by tens of millions of dollars. I'm very limited in what I'm allowed to reveal to you today, but what I'd really like to talk about is a new policy that was passed down by executive power, and it's called the Insider Threat Program. Believe it or not, this is very important when it comes to whistleblowing because it teaches people how to watch for any indicators that show a person might be about to whistleblow. Perhaps the most important part of this initiative is the fact that Obama ordered greater protection for whistleblowers who use the proper channels to report such official waste, fraud, and abuse. We set up these proper internal channels because it's unacceptable for whistleblowers to go to reporters to report their fraud, the official waste, and the abuse. If whistleblowers were to keep going and reporting their findings to reporters, it could be a threat to national security, and it could also be a threat to our military members on missions overseas. Like I said, thank you for allowing me to talk to you from the comfort of my own home. My name is Robert Stamper, Chief Spokesperson for the NSA, and I'll see you next time.